Hello guys and welcome to another video. So we're going to do something a little different. I haven't really done much in Take-Two or anything in a very long time, and with the new introduction of Arena and changing everything to Challenge now, so both Take-Two and the new game mode Open 6 are included in Challenge. If you don't know what Open 6 is, it's pretty straightforward. You get 5 cards packs from the latest set, which you keep every single card from. You get 1 Phantom card pack, which you potentially could keep cards from, provided you get 4 wins or 5 wins in the, of course, arena style mode. You build a deck, of course, from your 5 packs, so that's pretty interesting, and build a 30 plus card deck using them. This mode is basically your kind of sealed mode that a lot of other games have. If you do, of course, again win 4 or 5, you can potentially keep some of the Phantom cards that you could get, or these legendary gold cards, whichever way it works based on the displayed cards. Also, I believe every single card that you get from packs will only work with your class, which is cool. So if you open a pack, you'll be guaranteed to get, say, all Swordcraft, all Forestcraft, all Runecraft, or Neutral. Neutral is also included in those. Otherwise, it's a really nice way to get cards, especially if you've been saving tickets, which I have 43. Take-Two tickets have been changed, of course, to challenge tickets, so they will work across everything. Otherwise, I think the 600 and 600 is a little high, although it does cover the pack cost pretty easily. You're effectively getting, the 5 packs for 600 with a $100 entry fee, so that's not really too bad. But we've got 4 tickets. I want to do at least a few videos on this game mode. It should be a lot of fun. You do get 2 Steel Rebellion, Old Spear, Omen, Brigade, and the Phantom pack, so not too bad either. It's good they're keeping it to the latest few packs, since, of course, the last pack will always be rotating out, so not too bad at all. So the potential to get the Phantom pack cards, these are the interesting ones. They've even, I think, changed up the borders a bit for these, which is quite cool. So you get 1 legendary option and, of course, 1 standard option. I'm not really sure what I want though. Dragon's looking okay with Proto Baha. Sword actually doesn't look too bad either with Blazing Admiral and Steelclad, and Portal is pretty average, to be honest. So probably one of these two. We might go with Sword to start with. So we can either skip pack opening, auto reveal, or click OK. We're going to go with OK. I want to actually open the packs. I actually want to be able to enjoy this mode. I think they're just going with the generic pack opening look for the start when you first open a pack, which is okay, I guess. I'm not going to argue that that's not an okay option. So we've got some okay stuff in here by the looks of it. Might be useful. It's a really good way to bolster a single class too, if you've got tickets to play with, or if you're willing to waste that extra 100 to guarantee that you're only going to get cards from a certain craft. Of course, mostly you're probably going to get bronze and silvers, so the odds of getting golds and legendaries do become a bit lower. Oh, double gold though, and both apostle. That could be quite good for us for our playability. Oh, and a legendary Zeta. Don't need it, but definitely not bad to get for this run. And here is the Phantom pack. Okay, so it does give you plenty of legendaries and golds to work with. Again, you don't get to keep the cards in the Phantom pack, which is a little disappointing, but everything else makes perfect sense. Another Blazing Admiral, Duke. Yeah, that could work. I can make this work. Let's see what we got. So we get 48 total cards to work with each time. They are all automatically included in your deck, which is actually pretty insane. I would not recommend taking 40 odd cards into a run. If you're going to take cards, I would take the best 30 to 35 cards. I would try and keep it to that low as possible. The odds of you milling out is almost impossible in most cases. You'll usually either win or lose before that, so I don't expect that to be a thing. So we just really need to get rid of a lot of the junk cards, which is going to be the hard part of this. So this is not going to be as easy as I was hoping to pick out what I want. Soldier's Vow. Whenever a commander comes into play, put a random officer X play points into your deck into your equal X original cost. Not interested in running Vow. Rush. That's actually fairly decent to use, especially if you get stuck in a position. Can't be attacked is okay. That's just the standard 4-2 Bane. We might drop that for now. Oh, destroying an enemy follower. It's actually pretty good value. Basically looking for any cards we can use that has good value to them. So not really interested in that, even though it has Bane. Ivory Sword Dance is really good. I'm glad we got 3 of that. Age-worn weaponry, another thing I'm not really interested in using. Weathered is actually okay, since it's a good board flood. That's super generic. War Dog, don't think I'll run that. I want to keep the cores, because they could be quite handy. A free Evo, potentially. So really, it's just the top end here. Deal 1 damage to random enemy follower 4 times. You can discard, if this card is discarded, deal 1 damage to random enemy follower. So okay, and as a 2-of might be fine. Thought I had double Admiral though to run in this, or do they automatically include those 2 cards? They must automatically include them all when you go through it, of course. Makes sense. So we should end up with 2 Admiral, I think. Not really sure what else to drop. I want to bring it down to pretty reasonable levels, of course. The assembly droid play is just too good. Board flood is going to be important, no doubt. I'm actually tempted just to take this. Usually, like I said, I wouldn't like to take this many cards, but we've actually got a fairly decent setup here. And getting this, say, put a random Soulcraft follower into your deck, that could be okay as a 6-drop. Especially if we can pull something high cost. So we're gonna keep this. That's what I've decided. We're gonna do it. So I believe if we go view deck, no, maybe we did only get 1 Blazing Admiral. Meh, weird. I thought we got the 2 Phantom cards, unless they're just what we're playing to win for, which I'm not as happy with if that's the case. So overall, should be an interesting Open 6 game. It's definitely a mode I'm interested in playing. It's a good way to burn through tickets really quickly, which is something that I've been interested in. I don't play a lot of Take 2 in general. Usually I'll only play it right towards the start of an expansion to gain a little bit of extra gold and packs potentially. But this mode might not be too bad for this overall. Take 2 may still be okay if you can do well in it, but it really does take a lot more time and effort. Whereas this guarantees you, 6 packs or 5 packs worth of cards, plus segmented for an exclusive class, which is okay. So this is okay, I'll take it. I'll take this set. This card set right here. Could have definitely been worse. Weathered Vanguard, definitely good on turn 7, getting Heavy Knights. Pretty average on turn 3, so not something I want to play then. Cannoneer. I need something on board going up against Forest. I don't think I can risk taking just nothing, but I don't know if Sword is the right choice to play. It's definitely just going to be a matter of testing a few things. Expect this video though to be on the longer side. Since I don't really plan on trimming it up, this is going to be kind of an all-round experience for the both of us here. Nothing that I want to use. I could go with this, which would clear it. But it would give a random enemy follower 0, so that kind of sucks. Yeah, we'll go with Charlotta. Probably won't be clearable, so that's something. Let's see what our opponent actually does, though. Are they going to do anything? Are they just going to sit there and rot? Let's see. They're not going for an Evo, since that's not possible this turn. That's a pretty decent option, though. At least it hit Charlotta, so it still acts as a ward. It's a pity it's not till just end of turn. That would have worked much better for us. On the bright side though, we may be able to get at least some potential out of this core. The only problem is, again, you don't get any real decent play point bonuses off it, so it's definitely just going to be straight up boosting a couple of cards, if anything. Otherwise, Ivory Sword Dance actually doesn't look too bad, even though this card has become a problem now. So I could wipe this board. That seems like the way I'd go about it, typically. Because the value is too good not to kind of wipe. We are going to lose 2 attack on this Vanguard, which is disappointing, but I think it's okay. It's still a 2-5, which is fairly reasonable. And we got Sky Gladiator, which could be an okay play next turn. especially if they can waste some of their removal. Give another unevolved allied follower the ability to evolve for 0 play points is not bad either, actually. But now I don't have a way to get rid of this. Great! So this is not going any way like I would like it to. Deal 2 damage to the enemy leader. So Sky Gladiator is probably the line of play right now. We'll leave that there, as is, for the moment. See if they can clear it. If they can, good on them. If they can't, we'll try again with something else. At least this time we should be able to go for this guy, which will deal 1 damage to a random enemy follower 4 times, which should wipe that out. Provided they don't play anything crazy. Oh, Cora. Interesting. Good play for them. So, Withered Vanguard does become an option. We have still got the Evolutionary Heart here. Leaving up that does seem quite dangerous though. If I could get the 4 hits guaranteed, I should be fine. If not, we're in trouble. There we go, we did get it. Awesome. And this also can't be attacked now, thanks to, of course, the abilities here. So we have some potential. Not really sure what to do now, though. Since I'm 1 damage short from a potential lethal. Oh, Jesus. That's not a fun time. So give an unevolved allied follower the ability to evolve 0 evolution points means I can't give it to itself. Which makes my life a living hell, to be honest. These guys also aren't wards, which puts me at a bit of a disadvantage, although I still think he's the best line of play. Since it sets me up with quite a wide board to use, and I'll take a wide board. Okay, draw a card. I mean, they could potentially have lethal if their Cora was crazy enough, but they did just spend their Evo, so there's that. Oh, that hurts. If we got that thing, it will be a mass kill. Interesting, though, that this is the way they're doing things, at least. Okay.
What more do you want?
Now things are a little more interesting because I don't have a way to do anything, and that really annoys me. Can't even go best case scenario now because I don't really have a way to do a best case scenario. My best bet would probably be this follower, which isn't good. I do need to discard a card. Get rid of the core since I'm not going to use it now. Sword Dance, not really great because I can't use it. So we take out the 5/4 because that's the ideal line of play. Fortunately, knock out that follower. Now work from here. It's definitely not good because they can, of course, just wipe this out. But I couldn't see another way out that would give us at least a chance to potentially win the game.
Tears of the earth will nourish me.
Okay, Devil Power and Nature's Guidance. Predatory Ignite. And another fill, okay. Well, not dead. That's something. I don't feel like this is going to help us. Still 2 damage to all enemy followers. I don't really have anything to do though. So, I can throw up a ward. That's potentially a block out, at least. I can't really do anything else now.
mistake me for
But of course we failed and got the only one I didn't want, which was of course the Bane, since now we're dead. But I had to take it 50-50. I couldn't think of another way to go about this. Close game at least. I can at least be happy that it was reasonably close. Although if every game goes this long, we're in for a very long video. So definitely, if you're interested in this mode, grab some popcorn, chill out. Because we're in for the long haul here. Okay, next one. Let's see. First game definitely didn't go well, so we're not getting the legendary from our phantom sets.
Revel in the power of flame. This one's for my family.
I mean, we're still in a chance for the 4, but I don't see us winning that, at least. I'm hoping you get other rewards, otherwise this mode could be pretty average. The pack side of it's really nice, but everything else could be very, very average. The only real advantage is you potentially get 5 pack sets instead, but you could easily get that from, of course, Take 2. It's just a lot more time invested, so I'm not really sure which one I'm going to prefer more. This one, for enjoyment's sake, might be better, but for actual value, I don't know if it is going to be the best mode, unless you can, of course, 5-0 every time, nearly. So I don't really have a 2-drop play, outside of just throwing this down. Of course, I get the Bane again. My luck today, 50-50, is not doing well. Oh, that one's a little more interesting though. And of course, Seraphic Blade. Great. So no, my luck's gone. Out the window with luck. Alright, nothing else to play but a Weathered Vanguard. I was hoping they'd kill this. That's the ideal situation. Trade both their followers, waste them. Otherwise, I'm just going to have to wait until my opponent makes a decision on what their final lineup of play will be. Okay, and they've gone with not killing it. Interesting. So I can wipe this board out. It's not really the best thing to do, but I mean, it's probably the only good option I've got available to me right now, since I'll be left with a fairly decent board state. I can also set up the Genesis of Legend, which is okay as well, since it will give us a bit more health and Bane. Take out something bigger than us. So at least that's pretty decent. But what else now is the question.
Be gone.
She's a naughty girl, but she's strong.
Alright, and they take that out. What else have we got now? Sky Gladiator. Might even throw an Evo on it to make it hard to remove. Getting it a little bit preemptive here. Since it will now have 6 health. That means anything else I play after this should at least be pretty decent. Especially since Zeta is an option. I don't really have any other decent option other than maybe Swordcrafts here. And what's my opponent going for now? Really nothing crazy, which is good. Rather see not crazy than crazy right now. I think since this thing's going to be protected as well, we may as well use the Evo point on it this time. Since we can go for some decent damage. Turns out this kind of combination actually does work fairly well. Especially if Zeta gets its own boost. Oh, they did manage to take that out, unfortunately. So that's a little disappointing. Do I want to go for 10 damage, though? That will be the question now. Or do I just want to throw something down? I mean, 10 damage sounds good, although I think I can just go for that, can't I? Or do I want to save that for next turn? No, we'll go with it. Screw it. We're in this now. Why not? We might as well develop our board even. Make it harder to deal with. This should work out pretty well.
There's no one else.
Yeah, there we go. That's our first win for this mode now. It only took 20 minutes.
Worthless.
So, 50-50 with this deck. Gotta be happy about that at least. Oh, thank God that shiny gold orb right there. Should look good. Alright, match 3. Let's get into this. Match 3 should be fairly decent, I think. I'm hoping for a decent match at least. I'm hoping for one where we don't absolutely get destroyed. Just want a game where we can hopefully be able to take it this time. Alright, let's see. Luna. No, that's promising. I mean, Shadow. Going second makes it a little more awkward, but shouldn't be the biggest problem in the world, so that's okay. I'm not a fan of any of these cards though. We want some low early game stuff, and of course, even though I say I want some low early game stuff, we get absolutely nothing, so that's crippling. Gotta be a little disappointed when you don't get anything you can use. And again, not really anything I can use. I mean, we got Cyber Cannoneer next turn if we want it, but it's better played on 4 where we can actually get some decent cards out of it. And of course they get the Clash Follower, so that's even worse. Now I don't really have a choice. On the bright side, I mean, at least we got something. Could have been nothing, that could have been much worse. Alright, let's see what they got. Just a straight up trade. That's not really shocking. And that's useless to me. Great. Turn 4, at least bring me something good. And we got one option for a play, but that's about it. Honestly, we got probably one of the worst hands we could have got out of all the cards we had. We do have a lot of late game cards, but geez, come on. Give me something. Deal 3 damage to enemy follower, deal 3 damage to enemy leader, or free evos. We'll take the damage right now, because we're going to need something next turn to deal with this stuff.
I'll show you why I am fit to rule.
So it's definitely damage that we want to start with.
Freeze.
Oh no! Rider's block!
That's pretty funny. Oh no, Rider's block. Okay. Zealot of Silence is literally just a 2/4 Bane. Really not an issue. If they trade it in, that's a fair trade. Then we can use Flamewing Spear on pretty much whatever else they play, potentially. Otherwise, I don't really have anything else to play, so I've got to hope that that's the situation they aim for. Alright, let's see. Come on, what are you going to do? Shadowcraft going to do something. Question is, what? Alright. None of that's useful. And none of that's useful. Okay, so we'll get rid of the Bane and end our turn. Mainly because at least turn 6 we have something. And something is always going to be better than nothing. Of course, that would never be ideal right now. Ghoul. No, that's actually not a problem. I was worried that'd be a problem. It's not. Bone Drone. It's not fun, but it's not a problem. Ooh, Charlotta. Charlotta with the Evo, trade, and clear board. That's going to be the play.
Evil to justice.
Since we can completely wipe this out now.
I shall protect. Prepare yourself.
There we go. Alright, now can we swing the game in our direction? That's the next question. Turn 7, we at least have this guy, which is 4 damage to something. We also have the Ivory Sword Dance if Charlotta gets to survive, which it is protected against spell damage at least. That might buy us some time. Hellhound, okay, gains the ability to Evo for 0, so that's a free one for them. I mean, what did it get to do? At the end of your turn, deal 1 damage to random enemy follower 4 times. Oh no, that's bad. That's very bad for me. Oh, actually no, it gets negated to 0, so actually not a problem. They are forced to trade if they want to actually clear this. Otherwise they leave it up, and that's even worse for them, since we just pretty much wipe it out immediately. Not really sure what I want to wipe it out with, but we'll do it. Probably would have just been Sword Dance, to be honest. Alright. Don't really need to play anything else. 1-for-1 trades. It's just in my case, the ability is the better option. If we can hold on to our Evo, Still Clear Minotaur is okay, since it does get +2 whenever it's attacked. Believe this works with anything. Yes, that's good. So if we want to use that on any follower, that should be fine. Even if I don't get to play that on turn 7, it's potentially decent turn 9 play for a 6 clear. The only question is, what's this shadow player got? Well, Torrent. That's actually not a big problem. Although the trade will hurt for sure. Just trying to think what's the best way that I can do this. So a fair trade. We can get rid of something. I'm thinking Glorious. Oh, actually Glorious might be too good to get rid of. We'll get rid of that one for now. And then we'll go with the Catherine. There we go. And we don't actually need to evolve Catherine, which is good. We can actually just use the 2-drop. Trade it in. Get some value. That way, potentially, we get to leave one of these up, which would be a better play. And of course, now we get Sky Gladiator. Pretty much useless now, because I don't have any Swordcraft to use in my hand. Ooh, the free Hellfire Hound trade, though. That hurts again. Thing is, are they going to trade again? Yes, they are. Oh, that hurts. So I can't clear this now, which hurts my feelings quite a bit, but outside of that isn't really a problem. So the potential of actually clearing this becomes a 50-50 if I use Apostle right now. I don't like those odds, but I feel like he might be the better play of my available options. That I just go for Steelclad, and I hope for a good spread where I leave up at worst the Goblin. Screw it, Steelclad it is. Oh, yep, there we go. Oh, that's not bad. Steelclad does get +2, so it won't necessarily die just from the skeleton alone. It will require at least something else to go into it. Think I made the right decision. Especially since I can actually use Sky Gladiator and Apostle together next turn if I want to. Which would be a pretty nuts play if it can go off without a hitch. Now let's see, what does the enemy actually have though? That's the thing. What does our opponent have that could be a threat? There's a few potential cards, of course, that could be a problem, but I can't really think of what they might be overall. So hopefully, it won't be an issue. Alright, Burial Rite, draw 2 cards instead. That's if they wanted to go for the Accelerate. They went for Ambush. It's fairly decent ambush card, to be fair. Oh, that's an interesting one. Okay, now this is a little trickier. What do I want to play and what don't I want to play? We'll go with this, because I can go for the core. I can use the Evo and get an extra bonus. That sounds good. Yeah, looks good to me. Because now if they want to trade this, it's going to be boosted up to 10, which will put it at least 4 health. And then if they use the ghoul, they're even more screwed. So that's actually really nice. And I can go for 4 damage with the Crimson Lancer if I can trade into something. Since I can get the, of course, Beatrix, which would give us lethal next turn, potentially. Ooh, that's bad. That wasn't good at all. And of course, repair mode. Should have expected that. Alright, we're going with Sky Gladiator and Apostle. I was going to go face for that, but screw it. I can't be bothered. Okay, now, since they've used a Fafnir, I don't expect a second one. I expect it to be a lot more difficult to remove what they're aiming for now. Which is good. I also don't expect them to have lethal, but we'll see. That one could be a little more interesting. Because if they can't clear both of these, I can just pretty much win the game immediately off Zeta. That actually worked out perfectly. There we go. That is going to be lethal.
New mission? No problem.
No point risking anything here.
Gonna wipe you out. Zeta,
I believe this belongs to me.
I mean, you can't go wrong with 11 damage, right?
strong.
Alright, 2 out of 3. Odds are in our favor now. At least we're not negative. That is the bonus.
Challenge me when you're better.
Alright, game 4. Only 2 left. We'll see what we go, how the prizes are distributed and how this actually performs. I would like to get at least the 4 wins, I think. That would be nice. I would love to get at least that gold card if it's free. I mean, why not? It's free vials at that point. And we all know how I feel about free vials.
Revel in the power of flame. This one's for my family.
Okay, Ivory Sword Dance, not really interested in you right now. That's okay, although not the best. Sky Gladiator seems to be one of their core cards right now because not many people are prepared to clear 1 or 2 followers with it. So it's actually really solid play. I hate that we're not on the play though. We are going second, which puts us at a severe disadvantage as far as board goes, since we don't have anything to actually play early game. It's the only real disadvantage. I probably should have at least kept a couple more early game cards. And probably dropped a couple of the late game cards. Okay, that thing is not a fun thing to go up against. I'm going to play the with Vanguard, mainly as bait here. It keeps them using this Bane, hopefully. Plus, it's locked up, so they can't actually use the Bane anyway. Unless Overflow is active, so it's actually not really a threat anyway. So it at least buys us some time. So an Evo, Assembly Droid, clear the Bane, go face for 2 damage, and leave up an okay board. Sounds like the plan right now. And at that, a pretty decent plan.
I'll dive into the sea and find our motherland.
Be gone.
Megla Orca.
Aiming on this thing.
So they have currently 5. I can actually clear this with the Ivory Sword Dance, which is hilarious, with the Evo. And go 5 to face. I mean, why would I not take that option when it's in front of me?
Activated.
Look upon the ultimate in swordsmanship.
And we have a second Ivory Sword Dance to follow that up with if we need it. Would cost us the Weather Vanguard though, to make that play at the moment. Ideally, Rush. This one with Rush is good for Zeta if we can get 2 off it, but I don't think that's happening.
There's more than
Okay, that limits what we can actually do now.
Down.
Although this thing with Storm would be okay. With Rush would be okay. And we got a free follower. That's okay too. During your turn, whenever another allied follower evolves, give it +2 defense. Nice. That's actually really good. I couldn't have asked for a much better combination of cards, to be fair.
I can get back up.
So now we have a board. So a board, gonna work in our favor a little bit. Let's see what the opponent has. Power Forge, okay. That's fair. Not really, but it's fair. What have I actually got here? Suppose I can at least flood the board a little bit. Man, that's something, potentially, with Line Admiral. It could be really something. So let's take our best bet with the Iron Admiral. Lion Admiral should do a nice job. Whenever Thor attacks, of course, give +1 to everything.
Dive into the sea and find our motherland.
They got their own nice board flood though. So I'm really not looking forward to this.
Come get some. Will I do something? Raise everything.
So here's my best effort right here.
There is nothing to fear.
Am I worried about this board? Not really, so let's just hit face for as much as we can, since we are very close to lethal. And considering our current options, that seemed like the right choice. Let's give him a nice emote for Sublime, since I agree it was Sublime. Ooh, that's gonna hurt a lot. Not good. So they have only got 1, so they're only gonna do 1 to everything. So their best case scenario is to trade into my 3-2 and then kill off the big one, I think. Oh no, they didn't make that decision. Oh no. Oh no. Oh wait, they got 2? What? Oh, is that one, is it? Ah, he's one himself. That's why they didn't make that decision. Okay. There. Kind of. Let's see. I can heal 6. Use the Ivory Sword to deal 4, although that's pretty much worthless to me, since I'm probably still going to lose. Or maybe not lose, but not be in a good spot.
My ultimate recipe.
Well, this is all I can do right now. So let's do it. I can't really come up with any other combination of cards that could really help me. So that's gotta be it. So I don't really have options. I put up a ward, I've put in some defensive plays. I can't think of anything in my deck that could potentially win us the game, other than just buying us time. Ideally right now is some decent trades. If they can make trades here, I could actually clear out most of the board. Although putting a Blazing Breath in their hand is not good. So they only need 4 damage to win the game at this point. Okay, they decided to go that way with it. Interesting. Now Blazing Breath?
Behold, the power of the true dragon.
Okay. Ah, makes sense. Makes sense. They can keep as much as they want now. Alright, that's crippled me. So dealing 2 damage to all enemy followers basically means nothing at this point. Although it's the best I can do, so let's make that play.
My brand cleaves the
Yep, and I was going to lose no matter what. Okay. We kept it close. It was reasonably played out. They just got really lucky with that clear board card. If they hadn't have got that, I think we would have had that match. Just a part of playing Shadowverse. Sometimes the RNG will kick you in the teeth, and you really can't do a lot about that. So, 50-50 now. 2 for 2. Last game. Final one to wrap this up. It's been a very long video, guys, and I'm glad you stuck with me. In the future, when I do these videos, of course, I will just, you know, have all the matches sped up through the playthrough. Just simply designed like that because it's much easier for you guys to, of course, watch and observe and enjoy. So we'll only do the card pick live and then do the rest of it trimmed down. It should keep the videos at around 15 to 20 minute maximum, very maximum. Compared to, of course, how long it takes us to go through one of these. But since this was my first Open 6, I really wanted to show it off to you guys in its full glory and let you guys experience it as I do. So if you guys did hang out this long, type Open 6 in the comments below with a big apostrophe because it's a pretty sick game mode. Even if the rewards are pretty, I would say, okay. I wouldn't say the rewards are bad by any means. I mean, getting to pick what craft you're basically going to get your cards from the packs from really does mean you can guarantee that you're getting pretty much what you want. In my situation, they're not great because I'm only needing a few legendaries and stuff, which means I don't really need anything from them, but as far as just value goes, it's not the worst option. I definitely would not spend rupees and stuff on it. I would only be spending pack tickets. Alright, another glorious core. So we do have 2 glorious cores, which is very, very interesting. I could potentially go for that, or I could just go for this. We'll go for another claw. And I'm going to throw this guy out. Okay. This seems odd, but I'm playing him out because next turn I want to go for Cyber Cannoneer. I want to have something on board that distracts them from, obviously, what I'm aiming to play, so I can go for a better board. And I think this may have worked. Thank God for that.
Not bad.
Ready to launch.
So now our Cannoneer play, plus an Evo on this, will give +1 to everything, I think, if I'm right. Well, +2, sorry, to everything. There we go. So they can clear out the 5-2, which probably wasn't the best way to split up my damage, but, I mean, it worked. That's what I want. Put a Gilgamesh in their hand. Jeez, that's a nice one. They got lucky with their pulls.
I am. Therefore I claw.
Very lucky.
Aiming on this thing sucks.
So I can't actually clear this without sacrificing something too severely, and I don't want to do that, so
Remember
I'm just going to play it out and get them.
my ultimate recipe.
No point wasting everything here. I don't have much faith in this matchup, to be honest, and I'm a little disappointed in that, but hopefully the opponent won't do anything too crazy, and we'll still be okay. Alrighty. So there's no way for me to clear this that's practical, other than going for Steel-clad Minotaur with an Evo, since artifacts won't be able to easily trade into this. The only real disadvantage is that any decent card can. But considering I was pretty much out of good options, this is the next best one. And of course, Sky Guardian. Of course I couldn't get that, but everyone else did. It's one of the best cards for mitigating damage, especially with an Evo point.
Needs more salt.
Alrighty, at least I got the Weathered Vanguard play.
Now's the day for a fight.
So it gave me a board to work with, which is definitely at least something. I'm expecting this video will probably run in like 50 minutes, which is pretty crazy when you think about it. 15-minute video. It also means that these matches in general will take about 50 minutes to go through every single one, about 10 minutes a match-ish. Maybe not even that. Probably around 8 minutes a match. Oh, this is bad. Not good at all, Draco. Draco, no. Leave me alone.
Need a break.
Is there any way for me to get over that? No. The answer is just no. Ooh, Zeta, actually, that just gave me an out. Thank you. I will take your out and raise you one zombie. Not really, but...
Wasn't supposed to go like this.
Played Weathered Vanguard because I want to have something on board. Because I want to be able to take advantage of the evolution here with, of course, Warring Flame. And I felt like I wasn't going to get that chance because they're going to do crazy things and I don't like that.
What?
And this only recovers 6 evolution points, which is not as good. If it was 7, it would be crazy good right now. Alright, where are these going? Let's see. Are they all going into that? If so, I'm okay with that.
Just need a break.
Oh, Ancient Artifact's bad. Go away, Ancient Artifact. Shoot fly, don't bother me. Alright. Now my options. Let's see.
I am the fires of war incarnate.
I'm here to light your way.
Even your bones will burn.
Alright. I don't have options, so my options are either to face. I can't kill this, which disappoints me a little bit. But I'm actually okay with that. I mean, depending on what's left here, we could potentially go for lethal. Potentially. Not completely. Spear is expensive, unfortunately.
Something just for me.
Ooh, interesting. Means they're probably not going to kill this off this turn, at least.
For this world.
I'm interested if they leave this up. Because so far they've got some pretty decent cards. I think Portal may actually do really well in this format. We can attack for 8 and then return it to our hand, right? Give a rush, attack 2 times. No, so just attack 2 times. That's okay though. Oh no, it gives it the attack 2 times. Okay.
I'm basically immortal.
That's still fine, because that will set us up for next turn.
You know my trophy.
There we go. Since they probably won't kill us next turn, unless they're really lucky. That potentially gives us lethal. Let's see. Of course. Catherine. Now we're completely screwed. Like, this match has just gone completely out the window from that play. Because, I mean, what do people do against this now? Nothing. Because there's just no play that works. I don't even know what to expect out of my deck. It'll help me. If it wasn't for that healing, we would have had lethal. That's all we needed. Damn, so close. Alright, don't expect these artifacts to go anywhere pleasant, so let's just see.
Our vengeance will yet come.
Oh, what's this? Oh, this is Lion Admiral. We actually made it to a Lion Admiral play. That is impressive. Was not expecting Lion Admiral, to be honest. Also don't have many options as far as plays go, so here it is. And of course I got that as my play. Yeah, at least we're going to get a boost on him. Not the best one, but it's a play. Pity they have an Evo point. That's really going to screw me over. Watch, it just is, I can tell. It's going to be about the be-all and end-all for this match. It's a pity we didn't have 2 line admirals. We would have got a second one next turn, and we could have actually potentially been able to win off that. Although if they seriously like Evo this, I'll be extremely shocked. Because that would just straight up not be a good play. Servant of Destruction. Makes sense.
Slamming on this thing sucks.
Of course. Yeah, random, and I had to hit my only 3, so disappointed. Again though, they got the Evo, so there's that. I mean, if this guy stays up, that could be okay, and I could probably get behind it. But it's not going to, because that's just going to cripple me. Oh, wait, maybe not, because it's a 5/6, isn't it? It doesn't get full Evo stats. So now they're forced to hopefully have something in hand. Which they don't. Okay. Can't take the chance, unfortunately. Alright, is this going to be enough? We've put them right down to 2 health again. I'll be shocked if I win this. It'll be a miracle. Christmas miracle at that. Overall, I don't expect to come out on top. They have well and truly pushed me past my limit as far as card damage goes. Oh, that's bad. Yep, I expected them to wipe us out. Thanks to that play. At least the artifact thing's gone, so there'll only be slower artifacts next. Or at least potentially slower artifacts. Oh, big board. Come on. 2/3 and 3/1/1s. Well, 1/2, sorry. No more artifact support there, and only 4 cards in hand. They need to wipe out at least 3 followers to potentially secure the game. And if they leave up even 1, they are going to be at risk, because I do have boosting cards, and they could cripple the opponent. They could also heal and completely screw me over, but that's a whole separate kettle of fish right there. Oh, we won! Thank God. That was the most stressful match I have played this entire run. Whew. It was definitely one of the closest too, so no shock there. So, we did 3 out of 5 games. That's a pretty good average, to be honest. Let's redeem our rewards. We do seem to get rewards with these chests. 180 rupees. 1,000 would have been impressive. That's actually respectable. We made back our entry cost, basically, if you paid rupees. We didn't, but if we did, we would have made back our entry cost and got 80 extra. So that's actually an okay reward set. Plus, we get all the packs. So we basically just bought all the packs and got an extra 80 gold on top of that, which is fairly good for the chance of playing it. So if you guys did enjoy this mode and want to see more of it in the future, definitely hit the like button, subscribe for more content. Until next time, guys, see ya.